Hello, welcome in. Welcome to Unbridled Light. I am your quantum field navigator, JoJo, and this is your shadow cast for March 9th, 2025. What is a quantum field navigator and what is a shadow cast? Quantum field navigation is being connected to the quantum field and being able to pull back information, knowledge, wisdom, and guidance into the collective consciousness, into tangible form, articulating it and sharing it with others to give people guidance on their evolutionary tale for their evolutionary growth, their spiritual light. Information, knowledge, and wisdom wants to reach us in all ways possible. Some of us are capable and able of tapping into the quantum field and retrieving this information, knowledge, and wisdom. We're able to articulate it. We love to use tools because we find that most people love tools. So we have a beautiful shadow casting mat here today. We also are using crystals. We're using crystals in multiple ways today. And then we also have our beautiful, this is my beautiful wand, Dragon Fang. She's a gorgeous, gorgeous oak wand, and she's going to be helping to point out things so that we can put our energy and focus where it needs to go. You'll see this little hole here for the shadow mat. We like to use round spheres. So we're going to go into our little bag here and pull out a sphere. And why are we using spheres? We're using spheres because the shadow is very tricky, and we have to look at the shadow from all angles sometimes. And in order to see what is casting that shadow, we have to look at all angles. And the shadow cast is all about having this 360 view of all things. Some things are on the obvious top layer. The obvious top layer of things that we need to work on. But then we have deeper, deeper, intricately woven patterns that we don't see. They're just so integrated into our being that we don't even recognize them as creating shadows. So we're using spheres to give us this amplification of the multidimensional view. Okay. So we want you to maintain deeper perspective while we're navigating the shadow cast today. Our tone setting for the quantum field was amplification through quartz energy. We have an amplification for pointed energy coming into the self, and then clarification being amplified for the self. Interesting enough, we have a smoky quartz as our sphere today. So we're acknowledging the smoky quartz as being an amazing transmuter of negative frequencies right now. So we're looking for clarity. We're trying to amplify clarity within the self. We're trying to clear up our energetic field so that we can be more grounded and stable. So we need transformative energies at this time. And what is this beautiful casting mat? What is this shadow casting mat? Yes, it is a dragon, because dragons help us with the deep works that we need to tackle sometimes in our shadows. Our shadows exist because we've been hurt, we've been wounded. These are life experiences that are darker and less light and fluffy, right? But they all have a purpose for our growth, for our development. And sometimes we hang on to those shadows and they start to impede on our growth and our journey. So this is a dragon shadow casting mat because the dragons help us in our evolution, in our healing, and especially our deep healing. So how does this dragon shadow casting mat work? Everything outside of this mat is representing the universal field, etheric energies, ancestors' guides, dragons, you name it, galactics, all working with us as we move inward into the self, into the dark recesses of our life experiences, our most painful life experiences. So we have this beautiful smoky quartz to help us transmute our experiences into higher wisdom and guidance right now, okay? So I'm going to put down Dragon Fang and I'm going to go into our casting. We're going to pick 3 stones. Actually, they said no. Okay. So these are our stones. We're going to pick 3 stones. We're just going to drop them on there. Okay. And then we're going to see where they fall and where they land, and then we're going to discern their guidance. We have this beautiful rutilated quartz. Look at all this quartz in here. Quartz, 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 quartz. This is clearing, amplifying, utilizing the power and the energy and the frequencies to move your emotional energies, right? To search and seek with clarity, to transmute, to gestate and clarify and purify, right? This very white quartz right here is landing on rest, release, and ground. Right here, there's a little bit of dragon energy here. And we have meditate, reflect, and ground. So we have grounding energies coming in. So this is like gestation energy. The way this is landing here, we have pieces of the dragon, we have guidance coming in, and we have the bigger guidance being amplified from the outside going inward, right? So we're looking for equilibrium, we're looking for sovereignty, we're looking for peace, we're looking for rest, nourishment, nurture, and we're looking to clear up and amplify what is causing us to be cloudy in our inner verse. Can you sit still? Can you go deep into reflection and understanding meditation and what you're feeling when you sit in this energy with no distractions, right? It's so beautiful. And then we have this universe up here, and this is a labradorite, or I'm sorry, this is an amethyst. It's just darker. I can't see the purple. This is amethyst on the universe. This is outside of the self. So the universe is coming in. Ooh, look at this agate. I didn't even realize this. This is a, bloodstone. Wow, this is like Christ consciousness. This stone is very powerful. I didn't even notice this stone here. I just missed it myself. So we have this Christ consciousness that is trying to be gifted to you from the universe into your inner verse. So this is the energy coming in. It wants to amplify, transmute, transform, download into the self, but we have this smoky quartz here. We don't have clarity. So this download is not coming in with its pure capacity, capabilities, and its pureness and its clarity, right? It is coming in with a distortion because we have some energy clearing that we need to do here. So where do we need this? In stillness. We need to meditate, we need to cleanse, and we need to reflect. This is also giving us what are we reflecting on? We're not reflecting on something that doesn't exist. We're reflecting on something that actually is very deep within us, intricately woven layer. You see this little tiny little bit of dragon. We have our crystal. So it's inside of you. There's something there that needs to be looked at. This higher wisdom and guidance that wants to come in to help transmute and transform what you're discovering in this space when you get still. Now we have this rutilated quartz on the outside, right above consciousness. This is very powerful because, again, outside the self, the external energies in the quantum field have very high frequencies. Rutilated quartz is very high frequency. And again, with that quartz energy, it's an amplification, piezoelectric amplification, amplification, amplification. This is so much electricity, high frequency energy that is coming into the self, coming into your innerverse. So we have this rutilated quartz on the outside in the ethers, high frequency activations, high frequency information that is being gifted to you. But we have this smoky quartz that needs to focus on transmuting and clearing up what is in the shadow. So we have all of this guidance that is trying to reach you at this time. The only stones inside are what needs to be focused on and cleared out, and where to find it. So, where do we find this within the self? When we look at the world that we've experienced, when we look at our life experiences, we've had a lot of disappointments, we've had failures, we've had so many things that could be quantified as negative, but life isn't all positive. And we need those negative experiences to balance our light. So if you find yourself in this deep healing that is happening right now in your life, cleansing out the old, reflecting, and grounding is very important, because we have ground coming in very, very closely together, working together inside the self and outside the self. We have grounding coming in here on the inside of the self, reflecting and clearing. Outside the self, we have rest, release, and ground. So grounding is the common denominator in this guidance. But what are we grounding in? What are we reflecting on? What are we resting and releasing? So the guidance coming outside the self is you need to release what is jamming you up. These deeper wounds. This is familial. This is cultural. This is gender. This is like very intimate, deep wounds, intricately woven wounds that are casting a shadow, that are not allowing all of this light, all of this amplification of light that wants to reach you, cannot reach the inside of you right now. It's still all outside of you. So the guidance coming in from the universe is, I'm trying to gift you intelligence. I'm trying to gift you spiritual light. I'm trying to gift you transformation. I'm trying to gift you higher frequencies, higher light, spiritual light, dreams, intuition, insight, and heart stimulation, right? We have to heal the heart. Christ-like consciousness that wants to come in. This is higher wisdom. This is higher guidance. This is so much that is trying to support you in your growth and change right now. So what do the dragons want to tell you? We're going to go into our inverse tarot. We're going to grab some cards to help us get to some action, okay? So we have the Hierophant coming in. This is such a beautiful confirmation about the wisdom that is trying to reach you at this time. Hierophant energy, knowledge, wisdom, higher wisdom and guidance, right? This is like Yeshua codes, Mary Magdalene codes. This is galactic information and guidance. This is higher wisdom and guidance that is trying to reach you right now, okay? Yes, and the Emperor. It's just, it's such a beautiful confirmation about who you are. As you receive this higher wisdom and guidance, others will want to learn from you. You will be able to ground it in. and you will maintain this emperor status. The emperor is grounded. The Hierophant is grounded. People seek them for wisdom and knowledge. This is so powerful, and I'm so honored to be reading this shadow cast for us. Okay, so we have these cards coming in, the Empress coming out. This is gestation energy. Rest, release, and ground. Gestation energy. The Emperor and the Empress. This is not about a partnership. This is about the balance within the self and your higher mind. This is about the masculine and the feminine energies coming together, operating at a higher frequency and function to receive higher wisdom and guidance. It is all around us if we can perceive it. But when we have cloudiness and we have something in our shadow that is blocking us, we cannot receive this higher wisdom and guidance. So what we're looking at right now is we're looking at what is clouding up your being able to receive this beautiful higher wisdom and guidance. Very powerful. So let's get to these and see what these have to say. We have the Death card, so we have death and rebirth coming in. Again, rebirth, Phoenix energy, Scorpionic energy, King of Pentacles coming in. King of Pentacles, this is you ruling your kingdom. This is about you having a rebirth, being able to rule your kingdom, make solid, sound decisions, okay? And then the Strength card. Why do you need the Strength card? Because you have to navigate the animal self. You have to get a handle on your animal self and let your higher self take hold. You don't need strength because it's an easy job. You need strength because what you're tackling is very difficult. This type of transmutation of higher information, knowledge, and wisdom can only be received when there's a place to receive it. If you have something in there that is causing a little bit of a distortion, you can't receive these codes. You can't receive these evolutionary codes and this upgrade efficiently. So we have to go in, transmute whatever is clouding your judgment, clouding your heart, clouding your spirit. This is a block. What we have inside of you right now is a block. The universe is trying to gift you clarity, transformation, higher consciousness, Christ-like consciousness, higher elevation, higher light, amplification, etheric energy. This is the wisdom of the universe trying to reach you, but it cannot reach you right now because you have a little clouded spot inside of the self, right? So Seven of Swords, what's the action? The action is go into the self, the Seven of Swords, discover what is jamming you up and plant new seeds, okay? Seven is all about the work within the self. What is important to you? Okay, you know you have to look inside. You know what the process is, but what is it that is important to you? You have 5 swords in your hands. That's change. 2 swords you're leaving behind because you know you have to make a decision. You know you have to make a change. You know you have to make an intuitive, internal shift in thinking, consciousness, feeling, cloudiness, right? Yes. And we have the Queen of Swords. So what are we doing here? We're taking our past experiences, we're grounding them in. The Queen of Swords sits on a stone throne. She has one hand out because she wants to receive, and she has her sword up because she knows how to discern. And she's the queen. The feminine energy is always receiving. So you want to be able to receive with clarity, using your discernment and your life experience. This little nugget right here is a little bit of cloud inside of your universe that is casting a shadow. Find what that is for yourself and release it. Ask for your ancestors and guides to help you heal and release this wound because you have much bigger and greater things coming in for you. The universe is trying to gift you clarity, amplification, intelligence, higher wisdom, higher connectivity and guidance, transmutation of anything that is inside the self, utilizing your Queen of Swords energy. It is so fabulous. The Seven of Swords is all about you knowing what is important for you. Okay. So there it is. Three of Swords. What's true in your heart? This is the block. It's in your heart. This could be heartbreak. This could be disappointment, family. You pull those swords out of your heart, and now you have your truth. So we're looking at heart chakra healing, heart chakra block. We're looking at what inside the self that is jamming you up. It's in your heart. So we want to get this heart chakra activation when you are clear. Once you can pinpoint what this heart wound is, you can trace back all the intricately woven experiences that originated from that one wound, and you can forgive yourself. Look at that one wound, allow it its grace and its forgiveness. It taught you something. Intricately woven patterns and other life experiences came once that wound was created inside of you. Forgive those too, because they wouldn't have existed if this wound didn't have a point of origin. So what we need to do when we have shadow healing, when we have to go into these deep, dark, intricately woven spaces, is we have to look at the point of origin, and then we have to look at all the little feeder veins that came off of that point of origin, that pointed point of origin wound. When we can forgive that point of origin wound and become neutral with it, we're not attached to its pain and sorrow and its suffering anymore. We're not attached to it in any way. We forgive it for we knew not what it was doing to us, and we didn't know that it was going to affect us so deeply. And when we can forgive and have compassion for that wound, then it has a quantum ripple effect to all of the other feeder veins that were created from that wound, the experiences that came after that point of origin. So what we're looking at is finding something that's true in your heart, clearing that up, having compassion, allowing the greater wisdom and knowledge to flow into you once this block is cleared up. This amethyst is coming in with the universe. This is universal transformative energies. I'm also going to be looking at higher consciousness, purple representing the crown chakra. This is also representing Archangel Zadkiel. Transmuting information, life experiences into wisdom with clarity so that you can receive higher Christ-like consciousness. Okay? Death and rebirth coming in, ruling your kingdom. Be strong while you're traversing and following through with this rest and reflection. Now is the time for you to sit with your own shadows. The dragons want to work with you. They are the most benevolent, most powerful clearers, way showers, guides. They protect you when you go into these deep dark spaces. They protect you when you have to go into these spaces that are very difficult and traumatic, right? So allow the dragons to assist you into these scary places because they will burn away everything. They will help burn away the old pains and clear the way for you. So, allow this energy, this dragon energy, to help you get into that that shadowy space and clear all of this up, because what's outside is happening right now. This is what's pouring into the planet right now. All this higher light guidance and wisdom, evolutionary codes for humanity and for our individual selves is trying to pour into the planet and into you. But we've got to clear up this blockage first. Okay? So that's what I got for you. This was your shadow cast. Thank you for being here. I love you. The dragons love you. Your ancestors love you. Your higher self has got you. Don't doubt it for a second. You are not alone on this journey, and everything that we experience in life has been training grounds. It's been training to allow us to evolve into stronger states of being, stronger humans, stronger emotional capacity. Like every negative thing has had an effect on you, and this has made you stronger. And you really need to look at that embodiment of that strength and know that it had to come from something as equally powerful. And that is that point of origin, whatever that wound was in the heart. Okay. So take your time, go into reflection, go into stillness, go into rest, discover the point of origin of this wound, and try to transmute it for higher wisdom and clarity, and try to transmute it and allow it to be absorbed and cleared away. Create a neutral space with it. Okay. So that's what I got for you. Keep going, don't stop. You guys are amazing. I love you, Soul Tribe family. This was your Shadowcast for March 9th, 2025.